Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, emergency officials ask public to avoid flood-prone areas. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
If you cannot support the electricity, the internet, the water, the whatever needs that new business needs, then they're not going to come to New Hampshire.
Jessica Moran here in Hampton. The astronomical high tide, it is here, and the seawall is doing pretty well of keeping a lot of the water back here along the shoreline. The taller part of the seawall doing the best job, but this shorter part, of course, a lot of people are out taking a look at everything that's going on, taking a lot of pictures. A lot of these people have been getting wet. They're getting surprised by how powerful this water is coming over the edge. The shorter part of the seawall here is just getting absolutely hammered. Really, anything that is not bolted down is getting moved, including, of course, a lot of the benches. And the water, as you can see, just coming right over the edge, and it trickles all the way down to the road. The intersection of Ocean Boulevard and High Street is pretty flooded. Cars are still driving through it. The Cinnamon Rainbow Surf Company over there, the water is going right up to the doorstop. There's a cafe right next door that's open. I saw some people having lunch not too long ago. But this intersection at Ocean Boulevard and High Street, DOT crews have been out putting up signs warning people about the flooding, but people are still driving through it. A lot of people just driving through here because they want to take a look at what's going on. We do have a number of road closures to tell you about. Ocean Boulevard from Atlantic Ave to the Rye Town line is closed. Also, Homeland Security says Rye Beach is closed to traffic. They're concerned about not only cars, but anyone tempted to sightsee, including joggers. We did see a gentleman jogging down right along the seawall here. Probably not the best idea to be doing that. And Hampton police have closed Route 101 to Glade Path. They are dealing with large rocks and flooding. There are a lot of large rocks coming right over that seawall. I mean, they're not tiny. Something like this coming over the seawall is not something you want to connect with. So while there's a lot of people out here looking at the ocean, it looks beautiful and pretty, but it also looks really powerful and pretty scary. So we'll have updates for you on WMUR tonight at 5:30, and 6. In Hampton, Jessica Moran.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. We're following some breaking news coming out of Massachusetts. Massachusetts man killed by fallen tree during nor'easter. Authorities have confirmed the first death in Massachusetts related to the devastating nor'easter that pounded the region. The Plymouth District Attorney's Office said police responded to a report Friday afternoon of a tree that fell on top of a motor vehicle on Cedar Street in Plymouth. Crews found the driver of the Dodge Ram pickup truck trapped and crashed by a large pine tree on the vehicle's roof. He was pronounced dead at the scene and has been identified as Ryan McDonald, 37, of Plymouth. McDonald is the second New England resident to die as a result of Friday's storm. A man in Newport, Rhode Island, was also killed by a fallen tree. And our thoughts and prayers are with Ryan McDonald family. We and everyone else in the Plymouth Massachusetts area. For the second day, high tide pounds coast. Let's take a listen to the video from... Sorry about that. We do not have a video. Sorry. High tide on Saturday brought flooding to coast areas of Maine for the second day. A nor'easter that hit Friday was moving out to sea Saturday, but it was still strong enough to crunch up heavy waves at high tide. In Wells, where a mother and child were rescued Friday after their van stalled out in floodwaters, police closed Webnet Drive just before 11 a.m. Saturday as high tide rolled in. Portland police urge drivers to keep an eye out for Orange Road flooded ahead signs on Commercial and Somerset streets, as well as Marlborough Way, because of possible flooding. Drivers should obey barricades and not try to drive through flood waters, police said. Portland police said late Saturday morning that Somerset Street and Marlborough Way between Plowman and Damond Streets were closed because of flooding. High tide was expected at 11:57 a.m. in Portland and Old Orchard Beach, and at 12:04 p.m. in Wells. Scarborough police said late Saturday morning that the approaching high tide had caused flooding in Pine Point area of the town, as well as along East Grand Avenue and Old Orchard Beach. It's a mess, a Scarborough dispatcher said. As Steve Bannon's star fades, so does that of some of his Senate candidates. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
239 days on the water. With an average tournament day of 8 hours, that's 1,912 hours of fishing. Averaging 60 miles per hour, you covered 12,300 miles. That's 102,420 minutes with a rod in your hand. Averaging 4 casts per minute, that's just shy of 410,000 chances at a bite. But numbers are the foundation. The results are up to you.
Okay, and there you go on that video. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another newscast. And I'll see you back here later on this evening for a news report. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone. Goodbye.